Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, Moltrap here. Game 6 is about to begin. Flash versus Hyuk. Flash, the immortal cyborg StarCraft player. So good against every matchup. Just a ridiculously powerful player here is taping down his mousepad to make sure that it does not escape. He's not worried that it's going to like move around because of his mousing movements. He was worried that it's going to get so freaked out by the speed and ferocity of his mousing that it is going to try to escape. It's going to grow limbs and try to run away in the middle of his match, and he does not want that to happen. KT has got to be feeling really good right about now, as they are one game away from winning the championship, and they have worked so hard for it as well. Flash has pretty much carried them, but their team has also played a significant role. You know, you've had Violet winning lots of games, 4GG winning some games, even Tempest winning a few games, of course, Stats winning some games, Hoja occasionally winning a game or two, and even Luxury, the now disgraced Luxury, winning some games for them earlier on before he was booted. So yeah, a large team effort going on here, headed by Flash. Very appropriate that Flash is here now in a position to cap the series and win the match for KT. I think that would be really appropriate, and very likely as well, since Hyuk is a good player, but he's not quite that good. He is someone, I mean, you know, there's players that I would say are any pro gamer can, on the right day, in the right circumstances, get lucky and beat Flash. Okay? But 19 times out of 20, Flash is going to beat most pro gamers. There's some pro gamers that I would say only have a 1 in 10 chance of beating Flash instead of 1 in 20. You know, they're good enough that, you know, they have a decent chance, and Hyuk is one of those. And then there's actually a few players that are, you know, near Flash's level that have a good chance of beating him some of the time, you know, like your J-Dongs and Bisu when he's playing on top of his game and such. But yeah, most players, most pro gamers are just not at Flash's level, but some of them are still good enough to beat Flash sometimes, and that's what Hyuk is. And so, you know, SKT1 has got to be biting their fingernails right now, but they are not quite out of it yet. They do have a chance here, but it is going to be difficult to beat Flash. Anyway, so you get the point. This is going to be on the map Judgment Day, by the way. Look at this. Flash versus Hyuk. I don't know if that's lifetime or if that's just in Pro League, but he's 5-0 against Hyuk. Lol. Lol. Anyway, yes. Judgment Day is what the heck? What's going on? Sorry about that. Anyway, Judgment Day is a very interesting map. We'll see more about it when we get to it. But basically, it's the desert map with the 4 corners, and you get 3 bases basically. It's the one where we saw. I think J-Dong beat Flash on this map actually. Come to think of it. A long match with mech and what have you. But anyway, the primary thing about this map is that you can have 1 choke. You can hold 1 choke and get 3 bases out of it, which can be very, very powerful. Only 2 gases though, not a 3rd gas inside that 3. That would be pretty powerful for Zergs, for instance. Oh man, whoa, my bad. Oh, and Hyuk is busting out with the color of power here. Hyuk is going to be the purple Zerg in the bottom right-hand corner, and never mind, they switched the colors. So Hyuk is going to be the red Zerg, sorry, in the bottom right-hand corner. Flash is the yellow Terran in the bottom left-hand corner. Flash is so good that these days, instead of spamming his SCVs, he like adjusts his mouse and like wipes his hands and like gets a drink of sweat while he's waiting for his SCVs to build. That is how good he is. There he is. We just saw him a minute ago adjusting something. I don't know what it was. Anyway, yes. So Sorry, Judgment Day. They're in the bottom left and bottom right positions. It looks like Hyuk is going to scout Flash first with his Overlord, which is very, very good. He's probably going to send out a drone scout as well. Actually, he really needs to know what Flash is doing. Flash, you know, used to be that you could kind of predict what he was going to do, and you could counter that a little bit easily. Flash has been mixing up his builds a little bit more in recent months, so you can't quite count on him going one racks into command center every single game TVZ like you used to be able to. Now he does different things sometimes, especially in situations where he's really, really prepared, like this one. He does have that one racks going down actually in kind of an interesting defensive position there. A little bit weird. Anyway, Hyuk though, going for a 12 hatch build, got those extra drones, and now he's going to send out. Yeah, he's going to send out this third drone, or another drone rather, to send out for a scout, because his Overlord is nearing Flash's base, but he doesn't know that. So he's going to send that out so he can scout the top two bases if necessary. And I actually saw a Zerg player steal gas from, I don't remember if it was a Terran or Protoss, but they did a gas steal with their drone scout the other day. That was kind of interesting. Whoa. Sorry. Hold on. You ever do that thing where you breathe in and you accidentally like inhale your own saliva and then you choke on it? That's what just happened there. Not too bad though. Sometimes I do that and I'm just like choking for days. Anyways, so Flash, very interesting build going on here from Flash. He's playing like a one-base defensive build here, and it's throwing off Hyuk apparently. Hyuk is still running around with that drone scout, and what is he doing? Flash is playing like against he is playing to anti-sixling or something like that. Maybe he was worried about you know, a quick build of some kind of a rush build to try and finish him off. Actually, that makes a lot of sense, come to think of it. It makes a lot of sense that he would think it would be a cheese build. And Hyuk is still confused, still doesn't know where he is. Actually, now he's checked both bases with his drone scout, so he knows exactly where Flash is now. Flash has scouted Hyuk as well, so he's aware of what's going on there. And look, he is actually going for a den, so he is going for a cheese build. Not the same kind of cheese, though. But Flash is now setting up a second command center, and it's not in a forward position, so he can still build like bunkers and stuff out in the forward position. Is he going to be able to get that? I don't think he's going to be able to get that Overlord. But yeah, very, very interesting of Flash to build like anti-sixling defensive positioning for his buildings there. It makes complete sense. I mean, you'd expect Hyuk to try and cheese him. Since Hyuk does not stand much of a chance in a real game. Well, he stands some chance, but like I was saying earlier, but not a ton of a chance. Lara's just popped as well, so he's going to start researching Lurker Tech immediately. A Vulture is out, though. It's going to be that single Hydralisk versus that Vulture, and that Vulture actually might be able to... Never mind, a few more Hydras popping out. So he's going to be able to hold off that Vulture and any other Vultures that come in here pretty easily. Unless he tries to run by. Oh, picks off that Zergling. 2 kills on that Vulture. It has... Well, actually, they're both Zergling kills, so it hasn't quite paid for itself yet. But Vulture doing a very good job of doing some harassment, picking off Zerglings, just kind of keeping track of what Hyuk is doing at the same time. There's a den, and he's actually putting up a Spire as well. So he may... I'm not sure... The Spire's a little bit late, so I don't think he's gonna go for mutas, but he might, because I don't know, it's hard to say. I think he's probably invested the Lurker Tech. He's got those Hydralisks out. Flash is getting Goliaths out regardless. So that's kind of interesting. I mean, Goliaths are going to be good against Lurkers and Mutalisks, so it makes sense to go for those actually. Anyway, but Flash only with the 2 factories. He was researching something at his machine shop. I wonder if it might be mines, or maybe if he's worried about Mutalisks, he might be worried about he might be getting Charm boosters. In fact, yeah, actually he probably suspects the mutas. I'll bet he suspects the mutas because he's dancing this Vulture in and out, and he's only seeing those 3 Hydralisks, and the Spire is now popped, and we see a lot of eggs morphing. So Flash may have just psychically anticipated exactly what Hyuk was going to do. Flash, such a powerful player, just knowing exactly what was going to